This is Sims, and we are back with more of The Sims 4 Life in Stardust, which is our Sims History Challenge. And this is the first time I've sounded excited doing this one in a while, because this is the last part we're going to do for a while. Just because, like I said in the last part, I'm getting a little kind of bored with it. So I need to take a break. So I didn't change Lenore or Miles. They're just in there random, because there's no point in putting them in the Old West gear, because when we come back in the next section, they'll be made over in their steampunky, it's the industrial Victorian steampunk kind of thing. So, whatever. So there's no point in making them over now. So I didn't worry about that. So we will age Finnegan up at the end of this episode. Like I said, we would, and then we'll move on. So this is going to be the end, basically. And then we'll continue, and I'll take a break. I got to put something else up, and then when this comes back, hopefully it feels refreshed, and I'm ready to go, and I'm kind of excited about it, as opposed to I'm like, I don't really feel like doing this, because that's just the way I felt since the end of the medieval one, and I thought moving on to this would make it better, but it really hasn't. So, and I mean, we do have more, I'm kind of creating more of a story to kind of help with it. And we really can't go into that story until we get into the industrial steampunk kind of thing. We've kind of talked about it, and I've written down some notes. I'll forget it all by the time I come back, and we'll kind of start from scratch, we'll do something slightly different. But it might not be exact, but we'll figure it out. And I know that, okay, well, we could just move the generation, push it early, because I'm kind of already doing that. But I think that's only going to help a little. I think I definitely, even though we've got some ideas and things to work out, I definitely just need the break. I need to put it on hold, take a breather, so that we can come back and everything's a little bit better, and it's almost like we're starting anew, and I just didn't want to, hang on to this one for the next few weeks, whatever, while we were waiting. She's still here? I kicked you out. Why are you still here? I mean, I could have just left her here, but she just hasn't gone home yet. She says, you know what it is? She's like, I don't have a home. I think you just threw me out in the world. I don't even have a place to live. So I'm just going to stay here. No one even you know what's the funniest part? No one even fucking notices that Henley is still goddamn here. No one notices. But I think it'll be better, because it'll feel refreshing. It'll be nice. I'll have taken a break, and I won't be like, because I feel like that would, I don't want that feeling from the medieval era dragged into this one and kind of drag the whole thing down. And I try, but so we've really failed in this generation, in this section, but there really wasn't also much to do, because they were always miserable, because there's nothing to do in the Old West, man. The Old West sucked. They're miserable. They can't even go mining for gold. Christ. So it'll be better. Hopefully. I feel like taking the break and doing the refresher would be better, and we'll rotate it out. So it'll be gone for a little while. So next week we're starting into May. Woohoo! Oh god, I can't even believe it's fucking May already. Jesus. It'll be the perfect timing. So we'll start a new series in this slot. It's actually one that I've been planning since before Christmas, and I was gonna put it up before, when I was thinking about rotating. It was going to be the first one I put up, but we did the eclipsed one first, because that's what I was feeling more at the time. So hopefully I remember everything I created for the backstory and everything I wrote down, because I think about it, and I literally walk around my house and I talk about it to myself, and I get the whole thing planned, and I get ideas, and I write it, jot notes. And then it's then it goes time to record, and I'm like, what the hell did I write? I'm I have it all in my head, but then I just forget little nuances and things. And it's been months. Like I said, I created this back in probably around Christmas time. So it's been what, 4 months now that I've been thinking about this one. So, but yeah, it should be good. And again, it's another, I don't know why I do legacies. I really don't know why. but it'll just rotate like everything else probably. So yeah. And this one might come back sooner. I don't know. I do have one series that's going to end probably sometime this year in a couple months. And I don't want to add anything new. I just kind of want to rotate back in the series that we're missing. Because we have a ton of them. But, you know, we need to take breaks. We need breaks so they don't get boring. I need to kind of start merging some together, I feel like. Like, I need to, like, merge them together so that, like, this year I feel like a lot of things will end. Okay, 2 things. 2 things will end this year. Because I can't imagine our Black Widower challenge taking, like, the rest of this year. I say that, but how long has this channel been going? Like, when are we in? 4 years now? Are we pushing 5? God, when did I start this? I don't even remember. 4 or 5 years? 4? I think we're pushing 4. I can't imagine us pushing more than that. I don't know. And I've been playing the Every Which Way challenge. It started out different. Started out as kitchen sink, but that's been on here since the channel began, and I've been playing that since I started playing Sims 4. That's my longest running. That's actually my longest running challenge ever that I've ever played. But that's also an Alphabet Legacy, so it's going to take me the rest of eternity. But I can't believe that it's been going on for 4 fucking years minimum. Jesus. So I say that, but they take a long. That's why I put them on short lifespan. Because if it was a legacy on normal lifespan, we'd be here forever. We'd still be in the like prehistoric era, and I'd be like, this was a bad idea. It seemed like a good idea at the time until you do the prehistoric era, and then you're like, this was a bad idea. And then you get past that, and you're like, it's fine now. And then, you know. But seriously, she does not leave. She's super cute, though. I mean, like, I don't know. You might be cuter than your sister. Like, you got the pretty looks, and your sister got the awkward. So, like, maybe we should use you as, like, the normal heir. I don't know. I think I don't exactly know what we're going to do. I know we're going to focus more on the Finnegan thing. So Miles, like I said, is going to go with Finnegan, because he's got nowhere to go. But because Finnegan's going to be taken by the vampires, and he's going to go because he's a protective older brother, but also he's, you know, kind of an outcast. Because I mean, hello, he's purple. That's probably why Henley doesn't want to leave, because she's like, I'm blue. Like, literally, I'm fucking blue. So we'll focus more on Finnegan and him trying to have this, like, vampire, like, heir. And, you know, meanwhile, maybe Lenore and Henley will move out together. And we'll kind of marry them off. And we might rotate houses, you know, to go to them and try. Because if they have children that are, like, girls, we're gonna have to murder them. This has become very dark and fucked up, which I've said before today, and I realize all my challenges are this way. But you know, there's gotta be some kind of drama. The past was a very scary, dark, twisted, fucked up place, so Sims history should be no different. We just don't have witch hunts or guillotines, so we're safe there. But we have the MC Command Center to, like, sacrifice people and cow plants. That's true. Maybe they'll take the kids when they're, like, teenagers or whatever, kidnap them, feed them to the cow plants. Because if they both get married and go out there, but would I have to force them out? Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't think you can feed kids to the cow plant. And it would be kind of fucked up. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Like, I know I want this to be kind of dark, and we've got to, like, stop them from having, like, human, like, females, because they'll steal the power, and we need that for our vampire queen, right? But it seems kind of fucked up, though, that, like, we're going to end up, like, taking children and then sacrificing them to the cow plant. So I feel like teenagers, I can sacrifice the teenagers, I don't give a shit. But, like, the kids, I'm like, I still feel guilty about the bird. Stop it. You know, You're not... The door isn't locked. Your door is open. You could come out. Hi, what you doing? Oh, you're just sitting in your cage. You know you're allowed to come out. He does it sometimes. He looks at me like, hi, let me out. And it's like, you went in your cage and the door's open. Like, I never closed it. But he's in there, like, shrieking and screaming like he wants to come out. He's such a pain in my ass sometimes. I love him to death, but he has this god-awful shriek that he does now, and I can't stand it, and he just doesn't stop. And it's like, this is like the noise, and I'm like, it's like grating on my brain. And he does this now, too. Like, he used to, like, kind of scream at you if you left the room, and then he would follow you, and now he just screams and screams and screams, and you're like, you know where I fucking am. This apartment's not that big. You can come find me. Also, he knows how to navigate around corners. He's become so clingy. Anyway. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, I feel like the idea that we have for like the next generation and everything is like really good, and but I don't want to start it because I feel like I'm gonna like 3 or 4 episodes in, I'm gonna get burnt out and be like, oh, I hate that. So I need the break. Even though I am excited more for pushing this plot line on and like starting that. I do feel weird though still about like taking the kids, but maybe they'll kids are useless though, aren't they? Like, kids are useless. They're completely useless. It's not like teenagers, we can give them a part-time job and use them for something. Kids are useless. So, because I was trying to think of a way where they could like kidnap the children. Oh, well. Instead of murdering the children, if they have girls, because because Lenore and Henley are both, right? She's an alien. Yeah, they should be. They're aliens. So if they both have children that are aliens, they're fine because the aliens can't take the power. We know this. But if they marry humans and they have human children, they're going to be, and they're females, we have to get rid of them. But I wonder if Finnegan would be kind of more benevolent to Vampire Child and be like, why don't we take them and keep an eye on them, and maybe they can, I mean, you can't feed on children, but let's just pretend that I feel like that's fucked up too. Like poor Henley. She's just hanging around. She won't leave. And she won't take a shower or anything. She's just walking around and she's stanky as shit. She's gonna end up dead. I should have just left her in the damn house. I'm just gonna replace that because I don't feel like fixing it. But I feel like I can't imagine he would be, especially as a young vampire, like, yeah, let's murder people. I feel like he could be like, you know what? Let's take the children because then, whatever. So they would kidnap the children. Maybe keep them kind of like locked up. Maybe we'll have like a basement where we keep the kids. And then when they turn to teenagers, we sacrifice them to the cow plant, because maybe children can't, even though evil Freya and Fenna and everybody and all the whatever were trying to prevent female children from being born, doesn't mean that the children are going to have that kind of power. Like, they're going to get it when they get older. But they've just been crazy. No, and it would kind of suck the lifespan out. But if he doesn't have the vampires would be stronger. So if he doesn't have vampire children, right? Or doesn't have vampire female heirs, then he could theoretically, okay, well, it's not stealing power. We just need these kids, and they're his nieces and nephews, basically. Well, there's cousins, kids, second cousins, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, I don't feel like the great nieces. No, their cousins would be like second cousins or something. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, that shit gets complicated. But, so maybe he would be able to convince them to we'll keep them until they're teenagers. And then if they come into power, then we'll worry about it. And then, of course, I feel like then Caleb or one of the other vampires is going to be like, feeds them to the cow plant secretly. Mm-hmm. or executes them secretly. I don't know. I don't know how I want to do this because I really feel guilty about killing just children's Sims. I feel awful about it. But at the same time, it's part of the story and it's kind of messed up. And it's like maybe I need to like encroach on that uncomfortableness to keep the story going the way it needs to go, even though it's uncomfortable for me. It's very hard because like I don't like I come up with these crazy stories like, oh yeah, the messed up background, but then I feel bad for my Sims. I'm like, but I just want them all to be happy. I don't want them to be miserable. I don't want my Sims to like I don't like I feel so guilty when I make a Sim purposely like this Sim is here to just be an evil jerk. And then I feel guilty. Guilty. So bad. I'm like, I feel bad for the Sim because their whole role is to be evil and have everybody hate them, but I feel bad for them. Like I do. I'm like, no, you're a horrible Sim. I feel bad for you though. Like I don't want you to be this way. I want all my Sims to be happy, good people. And then it's like I would feel guilty if any one of my Sims here, like now, like the whole idea, like Finnegan going to with the vampires, and then like, oh, and then he's evil and he's killing the children. Oh, I don't want him to do that. Like, oh, but we need to for the plot, and it's like, oh, it's so difficult. So I think I need to just push myself to do things that are uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like if you wanted your Sim to have like I felt so bad in my Harry Potter legacy, right? My Sim purposely, it was like he's a child. He needs to be treated like crap by his father and his brother. You know what I mean? But I felt so bad doing that. I feel so bad doing that because I make these Sims and I'm like, your whole purpose is to be an asshole, and I don't like. It's okay if they're a noble asshole. Like, well, they're doing it for noble reasons. I could convince myself, but like. You know what I mean? Like if I wanted to like write a story where I'm like, okay, so Finnegan's gonna grow up and he's gonna have kids and he's just gonna be like a horrible parent and he's gonna be mean to his kids and blah 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 and like be a deadbeat dad. That hurts my soul to do that. It hurts my soul to make my precious Sims evil, but I've got to do this. So I've got to like push past, and I got to find the will to do that. I don't think Finnegan's gonna be the evil one. He's literally going to be like the completely like. Because he's this vampire who now has the Stardust magical air power thing, like whatever it is, right? So he's special and they treat him like he's special and he's like, this is awkward and weird and I don't feel comfortable with this. And then they're like, but we need to murder anyone in your family who might be a human female and like whatever. And he's like, I don't agree with that. But he doesn't have enough power as a fledgling little vampire when we get there to stop them. So they're like, oh, okay, sure. Because they want to keep him happy, right? Because he could disappear and run away. And he knows this. But they're going to like, there's going to be a lot of like mind fucking that they're going to do to him. You know what I mean? And like, and I feel like Miles is going to stick with him. But Miles is not like a really good voice of reason. Because I feel like Miles has always been kind of an outcast and ostracized because look at him. He's a fucking alien and he can't even disguise himself. You know what I mean? Like, Lenore really can't either, but, you know, but Miles is a real fucking outcast, and I feel like he's probably dealt with a lot, so when he goes, he's going to probably be, and they're going to be, because he's technically a human, he's a hybrid, but he has no alien powers. I don't think he does. I mean, no, he's just a straight up human. He has no, like, they're aliens. I don't know how you can tell, aside from being able to alter disguise and everything. Is he, okay, I'm gonna wake you up, though. I think you're literally just a human. Yeah, you're literally just a fucking human. Yeah, go get something to eat. He's just, so he's completely like, so he's easy for them to manipulate. Like the vampires can use their mind power, kind of control powers on him. I don't think they necessarily control him, but they kind of know how to like finagle, like use their words magically to be like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. And they keep him in the dark about a lot of things. But they do treat him like, oh yeah, no, it's awesome. You're here with your brother, and we'll totally accept you, and it'll be good because they'll be able to keep him. You know what I mean? If they need to manipulate Finnegan, the best way to do it is through Miles because they can mind control Miles. They can't mind control Finnegan, right? Because even though he's a fleggling vampire, when they get a hold of him, he's still stronger than them because of this Stardust blood, because of Scion's blood. But, and Miles is he just wants to be accepted, and the vampires, like, letting him stay with his brother and all that, just, whatever. But, but yeah, I feel like the vampires would, like, so Finnegan would be like, no, like, we can't kill children, but, like, why don't we just take them and keep an eye on them and, find a way to strip them of their powers. And so we're going to have, like, vampires, oh, yeah, I'm a scientific, oh, yeah, we can totally do that. No, we're going to kill them. And maybe they'll secretly, like, they kidnap the kids and then they keep them. And they're like, you know what, it's better if you don't see them. We don't want you to get attached because if they develop powers and we can't stop, we're going to have to feed them to the cow plant type of a thing. Like, and they keep him away or maybe they're secretly killing the children behind his back and he doesn't know. You know what I don't know. We'll figure that out. But we might have to do some horrible things and it's going to crush my soul. But, yeah. But, because his whole goal is going to have to be having this vampire queen. So I feel like it's going to be even more awkward for him because they're going to be like, here are your concubines. Here's a whole bunch of vampire ladies for you. And he's going to be like, wait, what? Weird. And I kind of feel like it'd be great if one of the children did escape. Like, either Lenore and Henley, one of them has a child that doesn't get taken. Or I was even just thinking it'd be interesting if Miles, behind the vampires' backs, whatever, meets someone on the side, blah, 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 and she gets pregnant and doesn't tell him, or he kind of spills what's happening and he's like, maybe she is pregnant and he knows and he has her run away and maybe she has a daughter. So that in the next generation, when we're doing the 20s, 30s kind of retro, like, woo-doo-doo kind of thing, that we will have our vampire queen, but we also have this human that's out there and she's got to try to find her. And then this way we can keep the drama going. Something like that. So, but see, it's things like this. Like, I write the story and I'm like, yeah, I'm excited about this. But if we start going down and start doing this right now, I'm going to get bored really fast and I'm not going to enjoy it. And I need the break. But I'm kind of hoping that, like, a couple weeks or whatever, if we run into anything that I'm like, anything else that I'm kind of feeling burnt out on, or like it's time to, put a pause on this. Because we've got a couple of series that are coming to, I don't want to say an end. We've got one that's coming to an end and I got another one that's coming to a point where, probably in another month or two, where we could be like, okay, I can put it on pause. So one definitely is ending. And one we're coming to a pause point. And with some of them, obviously, I'm not, like, there's some series that I'm like, I just don't plan on pausing. But there are some that I get to the point where I'm like, well, I might be feeling like I need a pause. So I'm trying to be a little more in tune with that. Like, how am I feeling? Am I, like, totally revved up? Like, no, I can't wait to keep going with this. Like, I don't feel like pausing. Or, you know what? I guess I could do a pause. If I'm starting to feel that way, I think pausing it's the best, because that's the way this one went. I was like, I'm not feeling it. Let's push it ahead. And then we pushed it ahead and it didn't work. And we've kind of just fucked up this whole generation. But it is what it is. We're working around it. So we need a pause. And I want to get more in tune with that so we don't have a situation like this where I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. Even though we're coming up with some great ideas for, like, the rest of the, like, the series and the plot and the purpose and everything. I don't want to continue even with I need the break. Because I don't want to. I mean, it's weird. It's weird to say because I'm like, no, I'm really intrigued about the whole way this is going to go. And pausing it might be a bad idea because, I might forget all this. And I'm probably going to forget all this. I wrote a lot of it down. And I'm going to try to make more notes and everything like that. But, yeah, I just feel like it would be better to pause it just so I don't burnout, and so we give it that break, and then it'll be more exciting when we come back to rev up the story again. So, but hopefully it'll come back sooner, because I am kind of like, now that I've worked out the story that I want to continue with, I'm like, oh, I like this, and this could be intriguing. This could keep me interested, but I want to bring something new in, kind of take the break, take the refresher, and then either when our one series ends or the other one comes to a pause point, depending on how I'm feeling, pause it, bring this one back. We also have to bring our Time Lord challenge back, but I don't know how I mean, I don't know. I mean, it'll be between this one and Time, and this one might come back before that one. I know I want to bring that one back, but I'm also kind of like, I don't know where I am with that one. Like, so it's really a matter of how do I feel about bringing a series back at the moment when we're ready to come back with something, or we need to rotate, you know? It's not going to be, I think my original intent was, okay, we rotated this one out first, so that'll come back in first. This one rotated out second, this will come back in second. But I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do, yeah, this one I really want to do, or no, I want to do this one. I want to do what I feel the best about bringing back first. So yeah, and we got a lot of other things. Why did I write a post-it for that one when I already had it? That's kind of fucked up. Okay, I'm gonna. I wrote a post-it for the series that I'm gonna add, but I already had one in my section for the things that are kind of on hold that I might bring back, possibly. Because you know I have a post-it wall. The post-its do not stick to my wall. Something about the paint on the wall is really annoying. My post-its kept falling off. It's like, God damn it. Make sticky stuff on the back of post-its the way they used to. But I need to get like a giant cork board, like a long skinny one or something. I don't know. Anyway, I got it on both sides. My little nook that I jam my desk into. It's really weird. It's a really awkward thing. It was supposed to be like, oh, here you put a little accent table with like a vase on it or something. Like, who the fuck? What? This is where my desk goes. It's really weird, but it works. Makes functional use of the space. But anyway, so yeah, let's age you up, because that's what we were going to do. Where's the cake? Do we have one? We do. Okay, let's age you up. Let's make a wish. What were you going to do? Go investigate the weird light? No. You're going to age up, and then we're going to wrap this up, and then we will come back in the next generation. So we'll have a new thumbnail, we'll have everybody made over, and, you know, I'll have to set everything up for the industrial steampunk stuff, which should be really fun. I have better clothes for that. I have good Victorian kind of clothes. I have some steampunky kind of clothes, so it'll be like a little mishmash maybe. Maybe with some vampire flair, I don't know, but anyway. We're going to fix those vampire teeth, honey, because those are horrifying. No. Yeah, but anyway. So, here we go. We're going to need to get you, like, a nice little custom skin overlay, but, look, everybody sent you. His vampires are fully manifested. He no longer has hunger, energy, or bladder motive, and must consume plasma to satisfy his thirst. Oh dear, the changes. And you're going to go live with your dad, so. Anyway, so I will see you guys in other things. We will bring this back at some point, probably in a couple of months at least, if not longer. And next week in this slot, we'll have something all new. So that'll be exciting. And we won't have the burnout. So yeah, I will see you guys. I'll see you guys. So yeah, remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.